Hello, my name is Bridget McNulty. I'm the co-founder of Sweet Life Diabetes Community, and I'm here today with Kirsten De Klerk, the co-founder of Beat It. What I'd love to talk about today is how being on the right basal insulin has improved your life. And I know a bit of your backstory, so I know that you went through a rough patch with your diabetes. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think for me, I got diagnosed at the age of 16. So it was very easy to take on at the time. I had my family, I had my friends, and they all kind of were part of the support process. But it was only a couple of years later when I transitioned from high school into college and then later on into the work world that I really started to struggle with my diabetes journey. And I stopped talking about my diabetes, and it slowly became my responsibility. And it was something I never spoke about. It was just something that I took on by myself. And eventually I started seeing these sugar levels that I didn't like, and every time I pricked my finger I was super disappointed. And so I stopped pricking my finger altogether.
That fills me with such fear. Oh, for how long?
The easiest way to not be disappointed in myself is just to not look at my sugar levels. So yeah, it went on for about almost a 2-year period where I just went with the concept that whatever I'm feeling is what my sugar level is. And I mean, I even traveled overseas without my testing kit. So that is that is how bad it got.
I didn't know it was possible to not test your blood sugar.
I was in a very bad place, and I think, as they call it, diabetes burnout or distress.
Yeah.
I was in a very bad phase of that. And yeah, it was in about October 2019 that I first started experiencing the sort of numbness or tingling in my fingertips and in my toes.
Terrifying.
And I think that's when I realized, I was like, this is it. This is what they warn you about, the long-term complications of not looking after your sugar levels. And I mean, we've all heard them before, you know, the blindness, the kidney failure, leg amputation.
You don't think they're real?
No, you don't. You think, oh no, they say that can kind of come later on in life. It's fine. I'll be perfectly fine for now. And I think that was the first time that I was like, wow, this could be it.
And so what changed? How did you turn it around?
I started an online, I suppose, the social media page, Every Day is Diabetes Day, and I started connecting with people all over the world who were facing the same issues and problems that I was. And it was just the most incredible, life-changing thing. And from there, I've never looked back. Like, it's just opened doors in every way, and I'm the healthiest and happiest I've ever been.
Amazing. Well done you, because also I think it can be a wake-up call, or it can just feel like an inevitability. People could just be like, oh well, this is what I was told, so let me just keep going on the same way. Talk to me about insulin. How has having the right basal insulin helped you?
Being a diabetic it's there for the long term.
Yeah.
It's there for life. And what we don't do often is question, you know, why am I on this insulin?
Yeah.
Why do I take this amount of insulin? Why don't I try that or do something different? Because we're so used to just doing the same thing over and over again.
And not understanding the results.
Or why it's happening, or like, what can I be doing better? We're not questioning it. We're just doing it because that's what our endocrinologist or our specialist has taught us to do.
Yeah.
So for me, part of my process of, you know, getting to know my diabetes journey better, I got a flash glucose monitor. And I was shocked to see that every night I would go to bed on a sugar level of nothing above 6.5, and I'd wake up in the morning to a beautiful like 4.7. I was like,
beautiful.
Oh, I'm perfect. Everything's great. And then when I started using this flash glucose monitor, I was spiking up to like 22 in the middle of the night, and I would never have known that with the finger prick method. And that's when I realized that there's something going on here. I need to do some research. Yeah. And it came down to the fact that I had been on a long-acting insulin for the last 9 years since I got diagnosed, and I'd never questioned it. Yeah. And I started speaking to a lot of new type 1 diabetics that had been recently diagnosed in the last 2-3 years, and they were all talking about ultra long-acting insulin, which is something I'd never heard of before. I never even knew it was available on the market. And so off I went to my endocrinologist and I said, can you please tell me more about this? Yeah. And I've been on ultra long-acting insulin now for about 1.5 years, and it has completely changed everything. Yeah. The overnight sugars are stable, waking up to lovely sugars in the morning, which is always a big motivator for the day ahead.
And it means that you're not going to be exhausted the whole day, because
even
if you're sleeping through a high, you're still feeling terrible.
You still wake up feeling like you just got hit by a truck.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's not a lovely feeling.
I found the same thing. I also switched from normal long-acting to ultra long-acting, and to me it feels like I was standing on shifting sand before and now I'm standing on solid ground.
Yeah.
Because you can do all the right things, but if you do all the right things, like you're eating right, you're exercising, you're injecting, you're testing, but your background insulin is doing this, then
you're
nothing
not controlled
makes sense.
at all.
Yeah.
And something else that I found with the ultra long acting is that it somehow has this like barrier in place where my lows aren't as low as they used to be and my highs aren't as high as they used to be.
Thank you so much everyone for joining us today. I am Bridget McNulty, the co-founder of Sweet Life Diabetes Community. I was here with Kirsten De Klerk, the co-founder of Beat It. Please check her out on Instagram at Everyday is Diabetes Day, and please join us again next time.